Oh boy. It's January 30th, episode 123 of the Tailgoats podcast. We got Monken, we got Jose, we got Gaethje, we've got the Piggyback Bandit, we've got August 12th. Andy, we've got a long episode. So if you're just joining us, thank you for your continued support. You may not be following us after this episode.
I hope it's not long. I'm tired, boss.
If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure to smash that subscribe and like button. And if you're not following us on YouTube yet, just search at Tailgoats. We're there. You can watch us on TV. And you can watch us on Facebook. But to our loyal listeners, thank you for listening on Apple and Spotify. Andy, what's up? I'm not going to say, Andy, how are you doing this evening or morning? What's up?
What's up? Man.
What's up, YouTube?
I don't know. What, the Pro Bowl's on a Tuesday? Shadur's a Pro Bowler.
Our Shadur is a Pro Bowler.
Probably one of the worst Pro Bowl picks ever. Can't wait to watch that on Tuesday night at 8 p.m.
Andy, let's
I'm not gonna watch it, but
let's do a Will Finn nugget right from the get-go. Not being talked about on the radio, not being talked out on TV. This might be, for the Tailgoats listening at home, the first time you heard this, and we're going to start the show off with a banger. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
You ready? Todd Monken, University of Georgia. Guess who he sent an offer to?
I don't know.
Shedeur Sanders. Guess who the Baltimore Ravens wanted to draft?
Probably Shadur Sanders.
Guess who loves lanky, quick, fast quarterbacks that can extend the play with a scramble?
Todd Monken.
Todd Monken. Todd Monken's favorite play is the broken down play scramble. Guess who else Todd Monken loves?
Tight ends?
Deshaun Watson.
Oh, no. Come on.
No, Eddie. Do it right now. You're doing the TikTok, or I'll do it. Oh. Hey, I started the show off with a bang. Bet you didn't know that. Todd Monken offered. He wasn't going to go there. Obviously, he was going to follow his dad.
I know.
University of Georgia sent him an offer letter. I had no idea up until about an hour ago. No clue.
Even the name isn't exciting. Monken. Coach Monken.
Let's break it down, Andy. 30 years in the sport. He has never been a head coach since, I believe, in college, where he had a very short stint. I don't even remember where he was the head coach at, but the product of Wheaton North High School in Illinois, Knox College, Illinois, played quarterback there. He was a two-time CFP national champion with the University of Georgia. Before that, he was the offensive coordinator for the Browns. Andy, we briefly talked about that offensive season, of which Freddie Kitchens was a running back coach and then the yes man for Jimmy Haslam. Andy, let's just put this out there. Let's not even say anything about Todd Monken for a second. I think that if the Browns win the Super Bowl,
never, but
it will have nothing to do with anything Jimmy Haslam did ever.
You're correct.
Artemu Jerry Jones is awful at everything. I can't trust him with a single decision going forward. Why should I trust completely and totally botching the Todd Monken hire? Hey, maybe Todd Monken works out. A lot of the defensive guys are pissed. Myles Garrett didn't post what he posted on Instagram for his health.
I don't know what to say about the hire. I didn't think
Well,
when
who
they
did you think
post.
they were going to hire? Go. Let's hear that first.
I never thought Todd Monken was the guy. I There was a lot of fear in me after guys started dropping out, and guys that were solid candidates started dropping out. When the McDaniel dropped out, um,
He went for a lesser position.
correct. Well, he went for I would say a sexier position,
Okay, that's fine.
but when that started happening, when you heard the reports of like everything they wanted to be done by these coaching candidates, the essays, the Scantron. I don't know if we went that far as Scantrons, but
It was allegedly 5 questions.
that's 5 too many, in my opinion. But I think all that was a little bit too much. So I'm not surprised that we ended up here.
Andy,
Like
the longer it dragged out, I thought they were just going to name Schwartz.
I did too, and I'm not mad at Schwartz.
I'm not mad at him at all. I
I
don't blame him. You strung
so
the guy along.
for me, what I ended up the longer this went, I thought Schwartz was gonna be the guy, and they were looking for coordinators. And the move I would have loved to see was move Schwartz in, bringing coordinators there in their 30s.
Or they could have just brought Monken back.
Nah, I don't know.
Okay.
I would have loved the young minds on the
Fine.
coordinator
I subscribe to that. Go ahead.
because like Liam Cohen, look what he's doing in Jacksonville. Did people think he was going to be good down there?
Nope.
They laughed at him.
Andy,
We all laughed at him.
I was. Yep.
We made fun of him for the Duval. Like
Yep.
everyone made fun of him, but he made
It
the
was
playoffs.
not even a culture change at all.
No, made the playoffs. Now you had Trevor Lawrence, ETN, not bad receivers. Like there was some good talent down there, but you brand new head coach to go from a top 10 draft pick to making the playoffs. Like that's what you want. That's the turning the page that you want when you bring in a new guy. And I just don't see that happening here. Like with the confusion and just the longevity of this process, I don't know. I don't see it.
Relatively happy that Monken did bring George Warhop from the Ravens, their offensive line coach. The Ravens have always had a relatively very solid offensive line. And I know that at one point in the last couple weeks, Tyler Lindenbaum, their starting center, was interested in coming to the Browns. I don't know where he is at the time of this recording of his decision, if he's staying in Baltimore or going elsewhere. If somehow they're able to convince him to come to Cleveland, okay, I start getting a little bit more excited because you're patching a very, very bad hole in the offense.
I'm going to stop you there.
Don't.
Yeah.
Can you give me? Okay. All right, go ahead.
Convince you to come to Cleveland. How much convincing is needed? Like, there's so much convincing that's needed. This is not a beautiful job. This is not a great job. This is an ugly job. This is an ugly organization right now. This is not anything. Like, people bowed out. People that could have been a first-time head coach didn't want to be on this team. We had to beg, and then we're telling them, hey, by the way, if you want to be here, write me an essay. Tell me why. Tell Santa Claus why you want him to come down the chimney. We're not that good. We're not good at all. We haven't been good.
Well,
and when we're good, we screwed up. But that you can go on.
That might be your best minute run on the show in 5 years. Go ahead.
I have nothing else to say. Like, I've told you over the past episodes, I'm so disappointed in this. I am not excited to watch the Browns. I can watch the Browns and take a nap at this point. and wake up in the third quarter and be like, well, I wasn't dreaming. We still suck. Like I remember like 10 years ago, Will, you know, mid 20, we'll call it late 20s, but like going to the media lot, going to games, just being excited for Sundays, like it being a Browns town, that's been taken from us. It's been destroyed over these past couple years. It is not as enjoyable. And you see it with your tailgate groups you go down there with. People stop showing up. They don't even want to go to games. It's been ruined. Like the passion of being a Browns fan, I think, is dying down. It's been taken away from us. It's been soiled. It at the end of the day, it is still a Browns town.
Okay.
It
All
will.
right. All right.
it
All
will-
right. All right. All right. All right. You got 3 years. How do they're building $1 billion facility, Andy. How do you right this ship right now? I understand it involves Jimmy and D because they're in the picture. They're stuck, Andy. We're stuck with billionaire con men losers.
Okay, so we've got a top draft pick.
Andy, they
We're
interviewed Condoleezza Rice to coach this team at one point.
Exactly. So what do you think's going to happen when the clock starts ticking towards our first? What we're at 7, right?
6.
We're at 6. You're going to hear
Andy,
trade
everything. Andy, they were talking on the radio today that the Monken hire may be a setup tank job
You're
to
going to hear
tear it down and take Arch Manning to have a quarterback that they can groom for a year or two before the new stadium. That's disgusting. That cannot be that in this day and age in the NFL where you can take a 4-3 win team and take them to the fucking Super Bowl the next year.
But there's going to be discussions when pick 5 starts happening. You're going to hear, hey, the Browns are exploring offers. They're listening to people because someone's on the board that somebody else wants. I'm guessing you just broke something because you're not on the screen. So I'll continue talking. But I think we're going to hear a repeat of last year. And when that happens, depending on where this pick lands that we end up trading for, someone's going to move up. We're going to get another first rounder next year because the team's not going to be any good next year because we have so many missing parts. And I don't see us making any moves in free agency because of the cap hit that we have right now. So they're going to trade back. They're going to trade down. They're going to trade down with that first pick. They're not going to package, both first rounders to move up and take Mendoza. They're absolutely not going to do that. They're going to mortgage. They're going to package that. They're going to move down. I don't think we're picking at 6. And I'll put my stamp on that right now. We are not taking a pick at 6 this year. And that sucks because there are players that we need on our team that are gonna be there. There's very good O linemen that are gonna be available.
You're asking an out of this world defense again to just show up to work. Andy, with competent I'm sick and tired of it. With any sort of average competent QB play with an offense that can protect the quarterback, run the ball with a couple of route running wide receivers that can just fucking catch the ball. You can take that type of offense to the Super Bowl. Sam Darnold is going to the Super Bowl. Drake May is going to the Super Bowl. It makes absolutely no sense, and it just outlines the level of dysfunction downtown and in Berea.
I just want them to get it right. I really want them to get it right. And for
Andy, in the NFL, I'm going nuts here. In the NFL, you can right the ship. They're going to have the easiest schedule next year. I don't understand what
we've had it though. We've had it and limped it into the playoffs.
If I had 5 minutes left to live, I'd play The schedule game.
No, Andy, if I had 5 more minutes to live, I'd just watch Jose Ramirez fucking highlights. 50% Dominican, 50% Clevelander, Andy. 7 years, 175 million. Give me your thoughts.
It's beautiful. I think it's underappreciated.
He's a saint. He is a saint. Start figuring out what the bust of the statue is going to be outside the stadium. He is the next statue. I can't believe I'm wearing the shirt today. And I'm going to tell the story again. Loyal listeners, I'm sorry that you've heard the story before. I'm saying it again. Bobby Hoekstra, now with the Detroit Tigers. Before the 2013 run, Andy, I told him, hey, please, before this tailgate, I'm going to pay you. Bobby, please get me a player tee. Surprise me. And he walked out. I was like, who did you get? He's like, guess. I couldn't guess, and he unveiled it to me, and I go, I love it. Little did I know that a utility player that played outfield, played third base, designated hitter, played anything they asked him to do, steal bases. I didn't know that he may be the most popular Indian of all time. Guardian now. Sorry, he was an Indian. One of the most popular baseball players in Cleveland, period. And he chose to stay here. And he chose to take a player discount. And he chose that money wasn't just going to make him happier and comfort in the team that signed him at a very, very young age and did the academy and brought him up the long way. Andy, give me your thoughts.
I absolutely love it. And you got a diamond in the rough with him. Like, there is no other player that's doing this, that's taking the hometown.
I can't think of anybody. I can't think of anybody that was signed in the way that they were and were a pure utility player. He didn't even play third base.
No, he played left field. He played left field during the 2016 World Series. And I want to know how many Cleveland Guardians fans know that. This guy was almost cut. He was almost annexed from the team. There's almost not a spot for him because Lonnie Chisenhall was our third baseman. He was the third baseman of the future. By the way, Gio Urshela was coming up. Lindor was at short. Kipnis was at second. There was not a spot for Jose, and he went and played left field. And now some guy that you annex to left field is your franchise third baseman and probably the best third baseman that is ever going to play the game for the Cleveland Indians Guardians. His statues, like you said, he's got a statue coming up, but nobody in any organization has had anyone take a hometown discount like he has. And I honestly think it's a big middle finger to like all these guys.
Yep.
You're better than this. You came, like, they came from what he came from.
Right.
And he's doing it because he's loyal.
Yeah.
And that's the end game.
Andy, he signed a contract initially with Cleveland at the raw age of 17 years old. He then became a major leaguer September 1st of 2013. Very young. This contract officially takes him to the age of 39, where he'll be making $25 million a year. However, starting in 2036 at the age of 43 through the age of 58, the Guardians will be paying him stepwise fashion different amounts between $1 and it looks like $7 million until he's 58 years old. Not completely totally Bobby Bonilla-esque, but this comes on the heels, Andy, of signing in 2022 for a 5-year, $124 million contract, which obviously was the biggest contract any player had signed here in Cleveland. And now it's 7 years, 175. We're not going to be signing anyone else above that, obviously, because we know how much they value him. So I can't imagine they'd ever sign anybody for more, right? It puts this year's I'm having some issues here. I'm sorry. it puts this season. I'm not going to be able to get it up, Andy. How much I think that they're paying the team somewhere around $80 million, and you would think that
Mhm.
they've got to be making some other lower moves here this next couple weeks.
It's always going to be tough to compete against Yankees, Dodgers, Red Sox, all those guys. But we have our Mike Trout. Like
Right.
that is what Jose is to Cleveland. And I think the team, the front office surrounds him better than what Trout was surrounded by in Anaheim or Los Angeles. I think that the managerial aspect of it is a big factor. Stephen Vogt has proven that once again a catcher can be a phenomenal manager,
Right.
and the pieces that we'll call them the chess pieces that he's given, he knows how to navigate them, and he plays a long season with them and gets the most baseball out of them that he can. And we saw it with Francona as well. Francona was great with that. But just what Vogt has done with these guys over the past couple of years, and with a team that was expected to underperform, he went beyond overperforming with them. So I'm excited to see what he can do. Although there were not many moves, you buy into your franchise guy, and Ramirez is not going to be that guy that just takes his money and is quiet.
Right.
He's gonna be the captain. He's gonna be the leader in that clubhouse still, and he's gonna want to win. Like, he didn't sign here just to sign here for a discount. He signed here to win for that contract. So I love it. I'm excited to see what he does for this team in the city, and I love the discount. As a Clevelander, you have to absolutely love that contract and like go buy a jersey.
Right.
That jersey's never going bad. That is going to be a Bernie Kosar jersey.
Right.
Like, that's going to be the jersey that you can wear forever to any future Guardians game, and it is relevant forever.
You're 100% right, Andy. What obviously I know you and I are both very, very excited for Mark and for the upcoming World Baseball Classic. Before that, we have the Olympic hockey, which is just going to run right into that. Which I mean, I usually think that the period right after the Super Bowl is like this dead couple weeks until March Madness. But honestly, I think we're about to be spoiled.
No, so we go Super Bowl, Olympics, and then right when Olympics ends, we go into like the conference tournaments for basketball. We go into March Madness. We've got the NCAA wrestling in Cleveland, and then we go into opening day for baseball. Like, this is great for Cleveland.
Well, speaking of opening day, Andy, we had a major, major opener this past weekend with UFC 324, Justin Gaethje and Paddy Pimblett. We strive to only talk about like the main cards and stuff like that because we have stuff that are coming up at the end of the episode. Please bear with us that if you can gut through this UFC stuff, Andy and I have some funny stuff we want to talk about. But Andy, Paramount Plus kicked off, and although they started an hour earlier, people were very upset that they still ended around the same time because there are so many commercials.
As Dana White said, it's $8 a month. They got to make money too.
Yeah.
I agree. Get another TV, put it up next to it, find something else to watch. You're paying $8 a month. You're not paying $80 a pay-per-view.
Right.
So, which, what would you rather have?
I guess the cheaper version. Andy, I know this is gonna piss off some of the people watching and are listening at home or watching. I have to watch the Song Yadong and Sean O'Malley fight again because I'm not entirely convinced he won that fight.
I'm not either. It was one of those, the visuals kind of, Song Yadong was kind of beat up. And I think that trailed over into the Pimblett Gaethje fight.
Yes.
If you look at the significant strikes, Pimblett won 3 rounds. but Gaethje had no visible damage, really, and
Right.
Pimble did. The reffing was, I'd say, throughout the card, a little bit questionable. There were some fights, including one that was a 30-27. I can't recall the fight. But there's certain prospects and up and coming guys that I'm tending to see get those favorable numbers in fights that could be up in the air. And the
Right.
one fight I'm talking about, and I could scroll back down to it really quick, was Gautier against Puluayev.
Okay.
Yeah. And the significant strikes were 59-34. And the guy with 59 got a 30-27 against him. And that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, it made no sense to me either.
And I honestly, I thought Pulayev won the fight. I thought it was 30-27 his way. But when these prospects are coming up, in O'Malley being one of them, those guys that seem to be protected by the scorecards, I don't like it. When it goes to decision, when there's no finish, it always seems to go the prospect's way.
Right. Right. Because they want to push those guys.
Yeah.
Moving on, UFC 325, back-to-back weekends. We very, very rarely get to see this, but it's in Sydney Olympic Park, Australia. This Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Andy, our very own Cody Brundage will be fighting on the card, an absolute packed card. He's coming in as an underdog. We love him as an underdog because he's found ways to get that upset for us.
Yeah. Yeah. A little bit shorter, heavier reach is going against him, but you know what he's got? I think he's got the wrestling advantage here. I don't want to see him go to that right away because we've seen him go to that and kind of get elbowed in the head and take those unnecessary shots because he goes in for wrestling and the opponent just goes like elbows to the head immediately, beats him down a little bit. Now, when Cody goes for those guillotines, those finishes, I don't want to be on the other side of those because he puts people to sleep. And man, I don't know, but I'm excited for him. He's an underdog again.
It's funny that he's an underdog, given that he has the cage time on this guy, and this guy's only been a Contender Series fighter.
Yeah,
He's got the one fight night where he beat Andre Petrosky, but man, I mean he still throws those brick hands, man.
Oh, 100%. But when those guys come out throwing, they can tend to gas themselves fairly quick. And when you're doing that against a wrestler, like you survive that storm and you can wrestle really well like Cody can. I think that plays into his favor. And we've seen that before with him. He went up against Bo Nickel, who was supposed to be someone that knocks everyone out or submits him in the first round. He held his ground against Bo. Right. He wrestled Bo really well.
I'd love to see them fight again.
Oh, I would too. But I think Cody exposed Bo a little bit, so that's quite kind of like why I'm leaning Cody a little bit here.
Yeah,
I'm definitely gonna, I'm gonna take the plus money in this fight.
Skipping over a little bit just to the championship fight. I know this card's loaded. We could talk about it's Rafael, right? And Mauricio. We could talk about them. Tai Tuivasa, Teixeira. These fights are all massive. Dan Hooker, Benoit Saint Denis. But
it's a very, very, very good card.
Well, we get a title fight, Andy, of a now champion again. Alexander Volkanovski at one point looked uncompletely touchable. The fight odds are a lot closer than, or actually, I thought that they were going to be much closer, but Volkanovski is the favorite minus 150. Diego Lopez plus 125. I love Diego Lopez here. I think that obviously Volkanovski can play this fight as a bit of a chess match, but he throws caution to the wind at times, and Volkanovski's chin is absolutely suspect.
Oh yeah, Volkanovski beat him up last time around. It was almost 2.5 to 1 on the total strikes, significant strikes. It was easily 2.5 to 1. So we'll see how this time, how this one comes around. They fought almost a year ago, and just Volk was absolutely dominant. Uh, but
It was the one of
y-
those times I thought you just pulled for Diego because you wanted to see him do it, but
yeah, but Diego's gotten so much. Like his fight against Silva was phenomenal. You know, pieced him apart. I'm a big Diego Lopez fan. I would love to see him as champion. I just Volk is Volk. Like it's tough to beat Volk. I at one point I thought he was unbeatable, and then the losses to Islam. He comes back and beats Yair and gets the belt back, but loses to Ilya. I don't know. It's a tough guy to go against, but I'm gonna lean Diego. I think it's Diego's time. He looked great last fight. I'm gonna lean Diego.
Andy, I c- sometimes I have to read stuff a few times because I just don't understand a story. And a gentleman that goes by the name of the Piggyback Bandit, and he's in the news now because was in the North Olmsted area. He's been at this, Andy, for like 15 years. He goes to a high school basketball game. He somehow comes up with a uniform and he tries to jump on high school kids' backs. He wants access as like the water boy. I guess Fairview was looking for him, and he said that he told the police that he's the Piggyback Bandit.
I don't get it.
So what I need everybody to do is you need to look up this guy, Sherwin Shayegan, Shayyegan. If you see him anywhere in the North Olmsted Fairview Park area, just call the police. I mean, I don't understand how he could be getting away with. I'm trying not to laugh. How did he get by the bench? And he has the uniform on and jumps on.
I want to know how he gets the uniforms. That's what's crazy to me is like he gets the uniforms, and how many uniforms does he have?
I I
And
just
he's not disabled, by the way.
he's not, but
He's
he claims he is.
he he's developmentally disabled,
Okay.
but he's extremely intelligent and high functioning.
Oh, Andy, he knows exactly what he's doing.
But he has not committed a crime according to police. So what he's doing is legal, but just weird.
I like how is he not committed a crime? This is a crime.
That's North Olmsted police said it is not a crime.
And
It is
Andy, like I'm
just
going through the Reddit right now, and he's done this everywhere.
how many if he's been doing it for 15 years, like how is he in Ohio right now?
I I have no idea. Another internet story. I'm like just disgusted. I thought it was gonna be funny, and it just got worse. Andy, August 12th. What's your plans?
Is that doomsday?
It's like the day that allegedly now
Is that the clock?
a massive solar eclipse, not going to cover anywhere in the United States, but allegedly we're going to lose gravity for 7 seconds.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I heard about this. And what do you do? Like, where do you want to be in your house?
Dude, I'm gripping onto the carpet, right? In a room where there's nothing. Like, I think my plan is to empty out the goat's pen of everything.
So why wouldn't you drill anchors into your roof?
That's the thing. You're supposed to have anchors, but you can't go outside.
But if you're on your roof, what's going to fall on you?
If you're on your roof, anything that goes above you in 7 seconds will fall on you.
7 seconds is quick.
7 seconds is a long time.
Come on.
Where's your car? Where's your car? Anchored to the ground? Has to be.
Yeah. You
That's your
you could put grounding. Like you could put the little things you tie your dog down into in the ground and it'll hold your car down. That's all you need.
Yeah. Hey, guys, go out to Willoughby on August 12th. Andy's going to have a dog leash around.
It's like it's not pulling. It's just floating.
What are you doing with your dog?
Have you? I don't know. I'll launch her into space.
No,
see you, Rocky.
Can't. Andy, you can't go 7 seconds up in the air and survive.
All right. Well, I saw. You want to talk about Roxy?
I'm not ready for this.
This is a true story this week, and I feel bad for the neighbor that was walking her dogs.
Oh no.
So I was trying to get the snowblower out of the fence in the backyard, and I had to kind of kick it and dig to get it out. And Roxy was outside. Well, Roxy kind of got out, and I was like, whatever, nobody's outside. And I see this lady walking 2 dogs. I'm like, shit, Roxy's gonna run after these dogs. And she sat there. I was like, all right, she's fine. She ain't going. She sat, wagged her tail, and then just darted. And this lady in the snow, this is a foot of snow easily, goes down to her knees with 2 dogs, a leash in each hand. And these dogs start pulling her, and the snow is just flying. She's a sled dog. She's done this before with these dogs. So Roxy takes off in the opposite direction, and the dogs start chasing them, and they're pulling this poor lady around. I'm like, oh my God, this is my fault.
She's getting dragged?
Oh yeah, she's getting dragged down the street.
Head first?
No, on her knees.
No.
It was like she was water skiing in the snow. And I go tackle Roxy, and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. The dogs get aggressive when they're on leashes." I was like, "Oh, all right. It's not my dog's fault. It's when they're on a leash, they get aggressive."
Oh my God.
Jesus. It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. She was prepared for it. She leaned back with the leashes in her hands and held on.
Oh my God. Where have I seen that before?
I want to. This weekend, I am tying Roxy to a sled and having her pull Ivy around.
Do you want my snow blades?
No. My neighbors have a sled. Roxy is going to pull Ivy and the kids around.
Oh my God. How traumatic that could be.
We did it.
Oh, God.
We did it with Pumpkin.
Yeah, we tried. Poor dog.
Well, no, we tried with Justin, remember? We tried with Justin's dogs.
My God.
The black labs, we tied them all together, or brown labs. We tied them all together, and we tried to get them to pull us. And they all just stood there looking at us like, yeah, we ain't moving.
Jesus.
The dumb things we do as kids.
Oh, my God. It's all right. What's going on at the arena?
We got Monsters weekend this weekend.
Yeah. One's ASAP Rocky.
I don't know. You're not excited for Monsters weekend? 2016, 10-year anniversary of them winning
the Calder Cup?
Yeah, the Calder Cup. This is sick bobblehead Saturday night.
Really?
Yeah. It's a Calder Cup.
I'll have to try to get one.
Bobblehead.
I'll be at St. Ed's Saturday. Emma, Bella, Kelsey, Casey are all cheerleading.
Dude, we got a lot coming up too. We got Daytona 500 coming up.
Yeah.
We got Royal Rumble this weekend.
Oh yeah, do your Royal Rumble prediction. We gotta do that. We listen. There's still spots available. Andy, how much was it? Did you decide 15?
I don't
20?
know.
$20. Yeah, it was $20. You get 2 men's wrestlers, 2 female wrestlers. Winner take all. $150 to the winner of the men's, $150 to the female, the women's. We still have spots available, so contact me if you'd like to do that. We still have Super Bowl squares available. Contact me for that. Those are, I believe, what did we say, 25 a piece?
I don't know.
And we'll take care of that. We have Super Bowl squares available. Andy, that's all I've got.
For the Rumble, there's Gunther versus AJ Styles in a retirement match. I don't know the schedule. I think the women's kicks it off, and then there's 2 matches, and I think the men's Royal Rumble ends it. I'm hearing that Stone Cold is entrant number 30.
Really?
And if he is, I can't go live because we don't have enough followers. We'll figure something out though.
Right.
But I'm hearing he's entrant number 30. Rumors are swirling. He's not going to win it. He'll just be in it,
Well, that would be his 4th time winning it, right?
Yeah, but they're not going to do that. Like,
Andy, the WWE's done some wild things.
they can. He's mid-50s.
Okay.
Not doing it, but I'll be repping the Smoking Skull belt, Stone Cold gear, watching Royal Rumble, and that'll lead in the UFC card on Saturday. So,
you still there?
yeah.
Oh, I thought you might cut out. I got nothing else, Andy. I'm going to turn this over to Jameis.
One thing my trainer, he told me, he said, what did he say? He just told us to be prepared.
This has been another Tailgoats podcast, powered by Go Cleveland Productions.